Angel Reese, really unlikable. I mean, just really unlikable. And trust me, it's hard for most men to dislike a woman who puts her butt on display everywhere she goes. And she's got a pretty big one and a good one.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
On podcast, complaining about how she can't afford an $8,000 a month rent payment. She's getting paid $74,000 for the WNBA. She's got, I'm sure, endorsement deals into the seven figures. So that's why she's laughing about this. And like, she's bragging how much money she makes, and she doesn't need her WNBA salary. And I live in an $8,000 a month.
Did you know Angel Wilson is on track to score more points per game than the legendary Diana Taurasi? Or that Angel Reese is grabbing more rebounds as a rookie than anyone in WNBA history? These women are rewriting the record books. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. But here's the kicker. Some people think they're actually hurting the league. How can that be? We're about to unpack this wild situation and show you why the future of the WNBA isn't as simple as you might think. You won't believe the numbers. Caitlin Clark steps on the court, and boom, arenas are packed. We're talking sellout crowds everywhere she goes. It's like she's got some kind of magic that turns empty seats into screaming fans. Let's talk about what happened when Clark joined the Fever. Ticket sales jumped 182%. That's insane. People who've never watched a WNBA game in their lives are suddenly buying season tickets. The Fever went from being one of the least watched teams to the hottest ticket in town overnight. But here's where it gets interesting. Some people are saying Clark is hurting the league. Wait, what? How can someone bringing in all these fans be bad for the WNBA? Well, it's complicated. Imagine this. You're a WNBA vet, been grinding for years. You've put in the work, you've built your skills, you've done everything right. Suddenly, this rookie comes in and everyone's talking about her. How would you feel? Some players are feeling overshadowed, like all their hard work is being ignored. We're seeing tension build. Clark's breaking assist records left and right, but there's whispers of jealousy in the locker rooms. Some players feel like the league is becoming the Caitlin Clark show, instead of showcasing all the incredible talent across the teams. And it's not just the players. Some fans are worried too. They're saying, what happens when Clark isn't playing? Will people still care about the WNBA? It's a fair question. If all the hype is centered on one player, what does that mean for the long-term health of the league? But here's the thing. Caitlin Clark is breaking records and changing the game. She's not just bringing in fans, she's changing how people see women's basketball. Her style of play is electric, her passion is contagious, and she's inspiring a whole new generation of young girls to pick up a basketball. And the numbers don't lie. TV ratings are through the roof. Social media engagement is off the charts. People who've never watched a WNBA game before are tuning in just to see what all the fuss is about. And you know what? A lot of them are sticking around, falling in love with the game and the other incredible players in the league. But you know what's crazier? This Clark drama isn't even the whole story. There's so much more going on in the WNBA right now that's shaking things up. We've got players challenging the status quo, breaking records, and pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible in women's basketball. There's another player who's shaking things up even more. Let me tell you about her. She's causing just as much controversy as Clark, but for very different reasons. This player is redefining what it means to be a star in the WNBA, and not everyone's happy about it. Get ready, because this story is about to take an unexpected turn. Remember when I said this story was about to take an unexpected turn? Well, buckle up, because we're not just talking about one game-changing player anymore. We've got a full-on battle for WNBA supremacy brewing between Angel Reese and Angel Wilson. These two are putting up numbers that are making veteran players' jaws drop. But there's a catch.
Angel Wilson's pretty unlikable and pretty mean-spirited. Despite all the dressing up, her BFF is some dude that pretends to be a woman named Dolores. The black girl, let's take the cover girls for the Wall Street Journal. Last week, it resurfaced again. Angel Wilson telling Kelsey Plum about, white privilege and blah, 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 and face death threats, and everybody's out to get me. And turns out it's Angel Wilson's BFF doing a lot of it.
might cover that. Yeah,
Is
it covers
it
that. It definitely covers that.
What is my? I don't even know my salary. 74. I don't even know my salary. Does it? Let me see.
Apartment, blah blah blah. She's 22, 23 years old, and total. And again, these are the same WNBA women and same black women that want to be pro social justice, and they're looking out for black people and blah blah. She's mimicking. She's mocking.
And it's got everyone from fans to league officials on edge. Let's start with Angel Reese. This rookie is grabbing rebounds like they're going out of style. She's averaging 13.1 per game. That's not just good, it's insane. We're talking 10% higher than the previous record. And get this, Reese has racked up 26 double-doubles this season. That's a rookie record, smashing Tina Charles's previous mark of 22. And remember, Charles set that record in a 34-game season. Reese is doing this in less time. But A'ja Wilson? She's not about to let some rookie steal her thunder. Wilson is on a tear, scoring 26.9 points per game. That's not just breaking Diana Taurasi's old record, it's obliterating it. And we're not just talking scoring. Wilson set WNBA records with 1,021 points and 451 rebounds in a single season.
The WNBA season is not 12 months. In fact, it's not even half a year. The sense of entitlement that somehow that you're underpaid in a league that has never turned a profit and is subsidized by men, men, it's just mind-boggling to me.
Unlikable. I'm just sorry. She's just out of college. She's 22, 23. She can barely hit layups.
That doesn't cover any of your bills. A couple points here. The average American salary I've read is anywhere between $45,000 to $50,000. That she is more and more unlikable. She's abrasive. She's a race peddler. And she actually hurts the cause as the best player in the league.
But A'ja Wilson certainly has this entitlement. They gaslight and drag other people into it.
Where does a guy got to go to see these Angel Reese G-string pictures? Because I haven't seen them.
They're everywhere.
It's called Twitter.
Respect.
It's called X. What have you been under a
I'd like
rock?
to see what we're...
That's one of the greatest performances in WNBA history, folks. Here's where it gets wild. Reese is a rookie, but she's already got people talking about her being the next big thing. Her aggressive style of play, her confidence on the court, it's electrifying. Fans are going crazy for her, and analysts are predicting she could be the face of the league for years to come. But Wilson's not having it. She's putting up numbers we've never seen before in WNBA history. Check this out. Wilson's averaging 4.88 stocks per game. That's steals plus blocks for you non-stat heads. She's on pace to break Yolanda Griffith's record of 4.5 set back in 2000. We're watching history in the making, people. So why are some fans calling Angel Reese a threat to the WNBA? It's not just about the stats. There's something deeper going on here. The media coverage surrounding Reese and Wilson is intense. It's highlighting the fierce competition between the two, and fans are reacting passionately. Some love the rivalry, saying it's pushing both players to excel even further. Others worry it's creating division in the league. But here's the thing, it's not just about Reese and Wilson. Their rivalry is a microcosm of bigger issues in the WNBA. We're talking about race, about rookie versus veteran status, about what it means to be a star in women's basketball. Some fans are worried that the focus on individual players might overshadow the league as a whole. You're not going to believe what's happening behind the scenes. There's tension in locker rooms, heated debates on social media, and whispers of jealousy and resentment. But there's also excitement, a sense that we're watching the WNBA evolve before our eyes. These women aren't just playing basketball, they're redefining what it means to be a female athlete in the spotlight. So here's the deal. This WNBA drama isn't just about who's scoring the most points or grabbing the most rebounds. It's way bigger than that. We're talking about race, privilege, and the future of women's sports. Think about it. Clark, Reese, Wilson. They're all incredible players, but they're getting very different reactions from fans and media. Is it because of their playing styles, or is there something else going on? It's a tough question, but one we need to ask. League officials are pumped about the WNBA's future. They're saying this surge in popularity could be a game changer. They're even cooking up new marketing strategies to capitalize on stars like Clark, Reese, and Wilson. But here's the million-dollar question. Is all this drama good or bad for the WNBA? What do you think? Are these rivalries and controversies helping the league grow, or are they tearing it apart? The future of women's basketball might just depend on the answer.